Okay, can you hear me now? Whoops. Silly thing. Because I had to unplug it yesterday. I thought I was really smart. I turned it on. But apparently not. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah. Yeah, I had to put it in. How are you going? How are you? Just start by drawing the outlines of these little guys. I thought I was clever. I turned it on and everything, but it didn't connect to the internet. Ah, goodness gracious me. Not to worry. Yeah, I turned it on this bit, but it didn't connect to the computer. I tried. So how have you been anyway? What's been happening? So yeah, I'm sort of going to get into watercolour month and just do 3 painting, or try and do 3 streams a week. Each one being a different watercolour, but we'll see how that goes. I might get itchy feet and do other stuff, but we'll see how the mop flops. And he's got his beautiful feathers coming down here. So how's the art been coming along, Zargo? Computers are supposed to make things easy. No, I have had nothing but trouble. No, computers don't make things easier. Trying to get my rear inner gear for watercolour month. Yeah, cool. Do it. Do it. Yeah, I've been doing all kinds of different things. I've been doing digital and acrylic and pencil and ink. And I just realised it's watercolour month and I'm like, oh yay, I'll have that a go. I did these guys in acrylic about 6 months, a year ago. Actually been painting like insane since May. I'm no good at recording it. Oh no! Yeah, I just got to remember to charge everything so the batteries aren't flat, and plug stuff in, which is also a good thing. Apparently. I can forget to do. The last 2 streams, I forgot to turn my bloody mic on. This day I turned it on, I just didn't have it connected to the internet. It's like, no, what am I doing? Or rather, editing and uploading is the issue. Yeah. I love digital for that. Digital just does it all. You don't have to do a damn thing. It just puts it all on your computer. It just time lapses it for you. All you got to do is cut out the odd bit, and so much easier. Live streams are easy because you can just do it. I find live streaming easier than editing. I prefer to live stream, I think. Right, I reckon, because then people can ask questions real time as well. Except I still haven't figured. I tried to put, what do you call it, a alert so that it would plan it a day ahead and all that sort of stuff, and it wouldn't connect. So I don't know. I give up. So I've just got to do it on the spot. Tell people in my about section that I'm streaming 3 days a week here now, and hope for the best, I think. So yes, everyone, I'm streaming 3 days a week. I'll be streaming Monday, Wednesday and Fridays Australian time, which is probably Sunday, Tuesday and Thursday in Europe. And every other day I will be on Twitch. I've had issues with my drawing tablet for 3 months. Oh no, it was not to updates break everything. Updates break everything. That is so true. Every time I do an update, something goes wrong. And actually, now that you mention that, my thing updated. So that's probably what the problem with my mic was. Why it didn't connect properly. But that's okay. It's all sorted now. So these guys have got white flecks on their little backs. I'll pop all those on. It was a toss-up today whether to draw a tiger. How is Twitch? Twitch is good. Twitch is good. Yeah, it's fun. I've been on here most days and there most days. I'm all over the place. Yeah, it's all good. Going very good. I hit 900 yesterday on there. So it's growing at a rate of knots. I just like the idea of having the videos permanent. not losing them after a few weeks. So I thought, I'm going to have to mix it up if I want to keep them. Tablet work again now. I made no changes, so go figure. Oh my gosh. And how are the horses going, Zargo? These are young little birds. They've got lots of downy looking feathers. Okay, I reckon for a sketch, oh, we put down another? Down another what? Oh no, another horse. Oh no, that's no good. Oh, that's awful, Dale. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, my old draft horse went over the Rainbow Bridge a few weeks ago too. He was very old though, he was 26. So, he lived a great life. Very old for a draft horse. Alright, so now I've got to get my water. Because I need water. Because it's watercolour. Funny thing that. Ben's riding the horse, had Cushing's and it got so bad. Oh, poor fella. Alright, so I'm going to go in with a bit of lemon yellow and I'm going to touch around the edge of the eye for the first layer. Usually, yeah, I know, he was a very old boy, very old boy. And he'd had lots and lots of years of dressage. So he'd been cared for well. He'd been my dressage horse. So now I'm going to mix up a grey, and I'm going to use indigo and burnt umber. I'm going to be careful just to stay inside. Not quite touch the yellow because the yellow's still wet. Just go around leaving a tiny little gap like that. Just for the second. Actually, I should let that dry. My friend went and bought a 23-year-old Icelandic for her son to ride. She's playing around like she's 2. Oh, that's gorgeous. That's beautiful. Happy horse. And the ponies are so tough. They are incredibly tough. You chewing on Daisy Doo-Doo? Oh. I'm babysitting my daughter's dog. And she's chewing. She was munching on something at my feet. You know what I should do? I should do the background. Oops, I probably need to do the background. So I'm going to do that in a green. I reckon. A light pale green. So I'm just going to wet the paper all around. Why is there blue on my brush? I thought I cleaned it properly. It doesn't really matter, but I'll wet the paper right around the edge. You have to look at her teeth to see she's old. Oh, that's awesome. That's how you want them. And she'll probably live till she's 30. Because ponies live forever. They are tough little dudes. Tough little dudes. What paints are you using? I'm using my Sennelier and my Schminky watercolours. They're my absolute must-have, go-to favourite things. Favourite colours. So yeah, Sennelier and Schminkies today. I'm mixing them up because I like some colours in both. I was just tossing around whether I grab my Daniel Smiths, but they're a bit too granulating and I want this to be smooth. I'm not keen on granulating colours unless it's a landscape. Not real keen in animals. Alright, so come down here and around. Okay, so I wet all the paper. Now while it's wet, pop a green in. I'm going to go an earth green. I reckon I'm going to go brown green. Yeah, that's a good green. Or no, maybe not for a background. Maybe I'll go sap. I'll go a bit of sap green. Because sap green's a really pretty colour. Alright, dilute it a little bit and drop it in. And I'm not going to go right to the edges of the page. I'm just having a loose little painting. So I'm just going to take it, leave a little rough edge around the outside. And I'll darken up around the birds in a little while. You've gone gouache and acrylic. I've been loving acrylics too. I'm not a fan of gouache. I've got gouache and I've done gouache over the years, but yeah, it's not my thing. I don't like the matte effect of it. I mean, I know watercolour's matte, but I'm not sort of, yeah. What have you been doing? Mostly animals, or what have you been doing with the gouache? Okay, I'm just going to soften up these edges. So I clean my brush, take a bit of the excess moisture off, because I don't want hard lines. Soften up those hard lines around the edge, just by touching around the edge. And I'm using Fontaine watercolour paper for this, hot press watercolour paper. Pick up the excess moisture. So yeah, just have a soft outlook, soft background, I reckon. The matte is the best of it. Oh, see, I'm not a matte fan. I know watercolours are matte too, but I love the guts and the gloss of oils and stuff. I've always loved gloss. So I've always had a bit of a soft spot. Like and acrylics, there's a medium I pop in it that helps it shine a bit. But I haven't got the patience. Ton of landscapes and random animal stuff. Oh, cool, very good. Yeah, change is as good as a holiday. So I reckon his eyeballs are dry now. So I'm going to go in with a bit. I need a smaller brush, eh? I'll go with a smaller brush. And I'm using my silver black velvets in numerous different sizes, but I'll go to a smaller one. Not animals? Yeah. Yeah, I've been doing lots more war scenes and stuff too, like aeroplanes, ships, things like that, which has been interesting and good fun. You know what I didn't do? I didn't leave the highlight for the eye. I'm a silly duffer. I'll have to add that in at the end. Doesn't matter. Just using the very tip of the brush. Try and keep that round shape. I've been trying my amateur hand on abstracts. Ooh, abstracts are a nightmare. I've got friends who are abstract artists. I can't do it. I haven't got the imagination for it. Actually, I don't like that brush. I'm getting rid of that one and I'm grabbing another one. Grabbing the next size up. Just a little bit in between. I need the mama bear. There's a mama bear, the papa bear, and the bubba bear. I'm going for the mama bear brush. And not getting any paint on it. There's always a good thing. Hang on. There we go. Nope, still not enough. Right. So very gently go around the eye. Oh, you can hear my puppies. Oh my goodness. And now they're starting to play under my desk. You're going to have to go outside, puppy. Puppies, come on. Out you come. This is Daisy. I'm puppy sitting. So she decides to play with Bibby under my desk. And I have 3 Jack Russells under my art desk. And they're little terrors. As you know. Are you going to play nicely or are you going to make horrible noises? You can stay there if you play nicely. Because, yeah, my kids got married at the weekend. And here they go again. Oh, my goodness. They sound like Tassie devils. But, yeah, my kids have gone away for 2 weeks. So I'm puppy sitting and my 2 Jack... Okay, they're going out. Come on. Come on, Doo-Doo. Come on, Bibby. Come on, out you come. Come on, out. Out you pop. There you go. Out you go. And they're gone. Oh, it was very exciting. It was very exciting. Oh, hello, Bear Bear. Now Bear Bear wants a cuddle. Hang on. Come and say hello, Bear. This is Bear. So he gets to stay because he's quiet and peaceful. Oh, don't lick my lips. He's quiet and peaceful and very cute. So he gets to stay because he's the old man and he just looks at the girls and goes, oh, stop it, when they're playing and being rough. He usually runs in the other direction. so he can stay right here. But yeah, the wedding was beautiful, so very, very happy. All right. I forgot, I got free catnip today at the pet store. There was a small hole in the food bag. Oh, awesome. Hello, Sunita. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Welcome. So I'm going to use some transparent sienna. And I'm going to dilute it right down. I'm going to bring my water a bit closer. Spill it everywhere and bring it closer. And I am going to start to add a little bit of that onto these owls. I managed to get green on her, but that's okay. It ran a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. I'll leave the lighter areas. So I hope you're having a lovely day, Sunita. I'll come around here, pop this around here. Doesn't matter so much, that green in the background's dry now anyway. Hi KDN. I'm not good at abbreviations. I need to learn the abbreviations. Okay. So I'm just popping the very base layer. I'll leave little gaps of light in and around. Like that. The branch has got beautiful shadows. Usually they Photoshop all the bright and shadow out of photos I noticed in a lot of the free websites, but this one had beautiful light on it, so I'll be able to have a bit of fun with the lights and darks in this piece. So that's the base on the first owl in. Now and it's just pure transparent sienna. Haven't mixed anything. Just pure diluted transparent sienna. It's one of my favourite go-to colours. Come around here and then down under his little beaky belly bit. Going around some of his spots. And then down. I grasp English. That's good. That's good. That's very good, Sunita. All right. He's got a bit of darker in his eye area. But I'm going to leave it a little bit lighter and work my way around his back. You can see it's very rough because it's only the first layer. And I'm just working around the dots. His feather pattern. And I'll add lights and darks, or darks, I can only add darks. Throughout the reference photos at the end of May, I needed to not feel like a copy machine. Yeah. I haven't been able to get to the zoo to get more photos. I can't wait to get there. Everything's just opened it up again now. So I've got to get back to the zoo because I love to get my own photos. But, and I've got lots of videos, so I can take different screenshots of the different animals. So I get slightly different positions and all that sort of stuff, so that makes life a bit easier. But I haven't been to the zoo in over a year, so I cannot wait to get back there and do some painting. Oh, it's spread into there. That doesn't matter. I can actually what I'll do is I will go around the birds again with a bit of dark after, because I've got a little bit of a mistake up the top, but it doesn't matter, accidents happen. So now I'm going to go, what colour am I going to use for the log? I'm going to start on the log for a little bit. So I reckon that's a bit of yellow ochre, diluted. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wet the log. Hope we can go later this summer. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I love it. And I have missed it because I used to go 2 times a week and paint. And I just haven't because of everything that's been happening. So I'm just going to add that let that run down into the wet. So I wet the paper and then I just pop the paint on and I let it run. And I grab a little bit of burnt umber, same. And I pop that around the top because the top's a little bit darker around here. And let that run. And these birds are actually very close to the colour. They're beautifully camouflaged like the log. You're doing a good job. Thank you, Sunita. Thank you. So you do watercolours too, Sunita? I've been doing a little bit of everything lately and loving it. I was going to do acrylic, but then I thought, oh, it's World Watercolour Month. I want to do watercolour. All right, I'll pick up the bottom bit. Okay, I'm trying to see if I can find a place that has cassowaries. I only know one zoo in Europe that has them. It is in Budapest. Oh no, my camera. Why did that do that? It's plugged into the computer. Oh my goodness, techno issues. Just wait for a second and my camera should come back on. There we go. I don't know why it does that. Yay, internet. I think it's the internet connection with weather around. Okay, Sunita, have a good day, doll. Thank you for popping in. Thank you for popping in. It was lovely to see you. Okay, so I'm going to add this burnt umber around the edge of his face. Yeah, have a lovely day, doll. Okay, so that's pure burnt umber and I'll just drag that down. Onto his chest. It's a bit darker there. Take that back around. I can use a little bit extra of that. Then down onto here. So I'm jumping to the darker areas just to get them in. That's his wing there. Darken the edges of these feathers. Try and do it in one sweep. Not jump around with the paintbrush. I can hear the crows outside going They make strange noises. So just get this bit on here. Then he's got a dark spot up here, darker. So you work from light to dark. So I put the very lightest tone on first. And I'm working my way around anywhere that I see that needs to be a little bit darker. Alright, I'm going to grab my damp brush and see if I can drag out. He's actually got grey on the back of his little head too. So I've got to add some greys in there. Now go back onto this little guy over here. Little one of the two. And I'll do darker because I've got to leave little lighter patches in there for he's got little, I didn't do that with this one, but I can go, this one's got more speckled, he's more speckled, this little guy. Come around here. Another coffee goes cold. Another one bites the dust. I think I had 2 sips out of that one before it went cold. So what are you up to for the rest of the day, Zarg? What do you got happening? It's Friday here, so yay, it's the weekend. Not that I'm going anywhere or do anything. I need to learn to love cold coffee. I have become one with cold coffee. I do it too much. I've learned to not waste. I drink it. I just think, oh well, I like iced coffee. Just minus the cream. I mean, it doesn't taste awful. Got to feed the bunnies and eventually go to bed. Oh my God, Zargo. On Twitch, I found 2 channels, one of which you would, well, both of which you'd probably love. One is 24/7 live stream rabbits, and the other one is 24/7 live stream otters. It is so cute. And the bunny ones, for bits, you can feed them, and they run up and pop into the screen, and you can request to feed them. It's so cute. It's after midnight. Oh my God, I don't know how you do it. I know I say that all the time, but oh my God. I can't do it. I'm early to bed. I've got 50 rabbits. Oh! Yeah, you don't need. This is true. This is true. Okay, I take it back. You've had enough rabbits for. Oh, it's funny. This is very true. Okay, where's my itty bitty bitty brush? I want my itty bitty 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 brush. That one. Cause, is that a, what brand is that? Renaissance. I've got my Renaissance brush. I'll give it a go, see how it looks. Because I'm going to start to do little feathery detaily bits. I need to get in around his eye bits here. Well, that's a nice little brush. Otters are so cute. Most of the rabbits are old and sleep most of the time. Their blinky days, their binky days are over. Oh, that's cute. That's very, very cute. I haven't had a pet rabbit. We've got lots of wild rabbits, or wild hares. I haven't had a pet rabbit in years. But we've got lots of wild ones. Alright, so I'm going to mix up a dark grey now, burnt umber cobalt blue. Except I need to get some blue on my brush because that would help. Funny thing that. There we go. Mixed up a grey. I've got ferrets. Oh, that's right! How are the ferrets going? Actually got requested to paint a ferret the other day. I haven't done it yet. I need to. They're gorgeous animals. They look like otters. Oh my God, that is so cool. I never really thought about that, but I suppose they are very otter-like, aren't they? They're sinewy and wiggly wobbly and all of those things. So interestingly, doing digital art has improved my painting skills. They're confined to their running house. We got to fight over street. Oh no. Oh no. You don't want them eating your strawberries. That would be very upsetting. But I can't blame them. Strawberries are delicious. Can't blame them at all. I want them in the pots. The ferret want them in the tent. And I got opposite thumbs that can operate. Opposable thumbs that can operate the run lock. Oh my gosh. You're funny. Opposable thumbs are very useful. Especially if you're going, eh. Like the Fonz. Oh, now this chair's started to squeak. I've got 2 chairs. The other one was squeaking the other day, so I got rid of that. I've got to oil it and re-screw everything back together again. They got enough room in there, but they want out. Yeah, you know what? There's never enough room. The grass is always greener, don't you know? Especially for animals with attitude. Got more bold in the darks and lights. Yes, digital taught me that. Digital has taught me to be braver, which is really cool. So I think it's made my work a lot better. Still got a long way to go, but yeah, it's taught me to be stronger in my use of colours. Oops, today it's a bit too much on there. And then he's darker down here, so I come down. And how's your hubby? How's all the family going? Because we haven't caught up in ages. Ages and ages, though. And Aurora is doing great with her digital. Have you seen Aurora's work? Oh my goodness, she's doing some beautiful stuff. Mixing it up with a bit of digital too now. I'll have Aurora at Aurora's Art World channel linked below as well. When I've done all the doodahs. I haven't done the doodahs. I tried to, but my thing didn't work, so I have to do my links after the stream. Because I haven't got anyone here to help me to do it. Because I'm organised as nothing. Not organised. He'd like to be home and eat lunch with me. Aww, cool. Haven't looked at her stuff for a while. Oh, she's kicking butt. She's flying along. I've still been doing Drawsome, which has been lots of fun. That's kept me motivated. Because the prompts help a lot with motivation, I can tell you. And it's fun because I draw things that I would never normally draw, so it keeps things interesting. But yeah, she's kicking butt. She's doing great. All right, come down here, and then solid brown. Leave a gap. Leave a gap. Try to keep my head off the camera. All right, she's coming together. That one's coming together. Mix up some more burnt umber, cobalt blue. I'll need to learn to clean my brush between mixings because I end up dipping it in back. Have you been steady on that with her? Yes, I missed one stream the week before my daughter's wedding. So I've been doing 3 to 5 Twitch streams, 3 YouTube time lapses, and Drawsome. So I've been busy. And now I'm just going to do, I'm not going to do the time lapses anymore. I'm just going to stream here. And do Drawsome. Glad it works for you guys. I felt sorry that she went through so many partners. Yeah. And it's a hard thing to stick to. Like, it's hard. If you've got, like, I'm a workaholic. I'm quite happy. You know, love painting, drawing. And yeah, I'm a workaholic. And I'm happiest when I'm in the art room. So you know what? An extra day streaming, awesome. An extra day painting, awesome. My world is happy. It's an awful lot. It is a lot, but it's very satisfying. And I haven't burnt out yet. And I've been at it for nearly 2 years now. Last week, I still did Drawsome, but I didn't stream for 4 days. That's the longest break I've had in a year. I haven't had 4 days off in a year. One thing or another, like art or games or whatever. So it was really, I felt really strange. I missed it because I've got myself into such a routine. I'm not good at breaking routines. But I was busy. I had wedding stuff to reorganise because of all of the things that happened. All the original plans had to be changed. So yeah, I had 5 days off in a row. And it was like, oh my God. And I do Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. I started TikTok and I've started a Redbubble. So I'm doing all the social medias. All the social medias. I think TikTok's gonna get dropped though, because I'm not managing that. That's just, yeah. Just one too many things, I think. So I'm just darkening up. I'm just having a quick look at the picture again. I've got to darken up. This one is quite dark from about the middle. Bit annoyed with Redbubble though. Oh, how come? I've only got a handful of products there and all my digital stuff, so it's easier to print, which is really handy. The digital stuff has helped that. They took down the last 4 uploads I did over copyright. What? How does that even happen? How does that even happen? Your art is original. That is bizarre. So I'm just adding all these browns around. That would see, and you can see how it dries back slightly paler. Just a couple of tones lighter than when you put it on the paper. Yeah, I haven't had that happen yet, but I haven't been on long yet either. So I'm sure it will. They do it at random. Oh, okay. Oh, I suppose, yeah. That's fair enough. I mean, it's a hassle, but it's fair enough. I suppose that's how they keep people honest. Okay, so I'm going to leave that alone for a minute. I'm going to mix up a paler grey. So let me go into there. Might use a bit of Payne's grey, very diluted. With a touch of brown in it. Teeny touch of brown in it. Actually, I need a test paper. Yep, that's a good colour. Alright. Actually, maybe a bit stronger. Maybe a touch stronger. Just onto this bit up here. Oops, still got my alerts on. Thought I'd turn those off too. Oops. And he's very dark. No, I won't do that just yet. Okay, I'll go back to owl number 1. Pop in. I'll leave gaps of white. Coming closer to here. Just want to get those feathers that go round his eyes. These guys are very cute. They are very cute little owls. It's got very dark in there, but that's his eyelids. The eyelashes, his eye feathers. They look like eyelashes. I might even add a touch of micron pen at the end of this just to really darken up the darks. But we shall see, we shall see. So I go in with the Payne's grey with a touch of brown there. I've got to add a bit of orange to his eyes because their eyes aren't just flat yellow. I'm going to grab an orange. I have a nice pre-mixed orange. I usually mix my own, but I have a nice pre-mixed orange. I'm going to add that to the top of this eye. Just to the top. And then drag it round a little bit. Damp brush, take them, like I just literally cleaned my brush, took the moisture out of it, and then run that round. Same with the other bird. Going to do exactly the same thing. Grab a bit of my orange. Dip it in the top of the eye, or around that front edge of this one's eye. Oops, not enough pigment. Come around there. There we go. Like that. Right, and then I'm also going to add a little bit of this orange onto the shadow area of the beak, the darkest, the bottom part of the beak. Down there. And then same on this one. I come down to about here. Then I'm going to wet my brush, clean the pigment off it, and just soften up the edge. Soften up the edge. I've got 6 commissions to finish. Oh God. Yeah, I can't. I've stopped. I stopped commissions. People can buy anything that I've already done. If I've done it, I'm happy to sell it. But yeah, I can't. Like the second I have to do something, I can't do it. Yeah, it really helps things to pop. Shadows are critical. Shadows, lights and darks are critical. All right. I'm getting better at my 3-dimensionality stuff. Slowly, slowly. And then I've got to add some warmth because these are quite cool. I've got them quite cool coloured. So I've got to warm them up a bit. So I'll add some dark reds and things like that in a little bit. I don't happen to have a portrait of my brother's cat, nor do I have 5 paintings of ocean animals. Oh, wow. Oh, so they weren't of a specific animal, like a pet, except the cat. Yeah, my problem is I'm so profuse, I probably do. But, yeah, I usually get pet portraits and... Hello, Artifacts! How are you? How are you? How are you? Yeah, I usually get cat and dog portraits, so they have to be exactly right, and I just like doing stuff. I got all money, so I can hardly afford to turn them out. Fair enough. How are you, Artifacts? And thank you for popping in. So I'll just start to... I didn't put enough feather on this guy. It looks a bit over, like he looks very busy at the second, but I will add more. It's my pleasure. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I hope you've had a lovely week. It's Friday here, so we're at the weekend nearly. I'm a bit excited. I love weekends. I'll just be painting because that's all I do. Yeah, me too. I stopped doing them. I stopped doing them for that reason. I did lots of them for years, but I went, you know what? I just like doing what I like doing. So I do that. So how have you been, Artifacts? What have you been doing? What have you been up to? How's all the family? And it's my brother and cat. Oh, yeah. So I've done a few of my own pets. I've actually got to do my horse. I've got to do a portrait of my horse. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I love owls. I love these guys. I've been doing lots of bird art lately. A lot of bird art. Because I really enjoy painting birds. I'm really enjoying painting feathers and things now. I go through phases of things I love to paint and draw. So yeah, I've been doing tons and tons of birds and all different species. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I mean, I'm going to add blue into there, I think. I've got to go around that background again, but I'll wait till the end of the painting. And I'll just go around the edges of it, I think. So let's have a look. Where are we at? I've got to do feather texture down here. Because he's got quite rough looking feathers. Down there. I won't worry about his feet yet. The feet I'll do last. Alright. Taking care of my family. Next week I will go back to my artwork. Oh, very good. Excellent. Glad to hear it, Dale. Glad to hear. Now I've got to make up a warm red brown. Oh, you know what I can use? I could use a bit of Caput Mortem. I love Caput Mortem. So let's go to Caput Mortem. Where is it on the palette? I've just got to find it. Got Indian red. That's close. Where's Caput Mortem on? There it is. So I'm going Caput Mortem. It's a gorgeous warm brown. Gorgeous warm brown. Warm red brown. One of my favourite colours, Caput Mortem. Love watching watercolour painting because I'm still practising that kind of artwork. Oh, excellent! That's good. It's lots of fun. Watercolour is a lovely medium. It's one of my favourites. I had Captain Morgan. I heard Captain Morgan. Oh, God. Actually, that works now. I'll probably never see Caput Mortem as anything except Captain Morgan now. Watercolour is the best. Yeah, it is hard. It is hard, but once you get used to it, if you keep practicing, it gets easier. The more you do, the easier it gets. And don't worry, we all make plenty of mistakes. Me included, I make lots and lots of mistakes, and I'm still learning. You know, we're all still learning every day, and it's just practice. Let things dry between layers. Yeah. This is drying really fast. Well, I've got my heater going. My heater's on toasty. So, and here everything dries fast. Usually it's about 2 minutes between layers. It's only when I do really wet on wets that it doesn't dry. I have a hairdryer for such occasions, which I must admit I haven't used recently. Haven't needed to, even though it's winter here, it hasn't been cold. So humid here, nothing dries. Oh no, that's no good. Oh yeah, because of course you guys are in summer. So yeah, we're in winter. Yeah, in summer I have to have the aircon on to keep things wet. Because the paint dries too far, way too far. Oh, it's almost impossible in summer. Yeah, I love winter. I definitely love winter. All right, I'm quite happy with that so far. So far, so good. Got to be careful not to put it everywhere because it'll make him look flat. And I'm very much just feeling my way here. Sort of looking at the picture going, okay, what do I need where? Where's he warmer on the photograph? And going backwards and forwards and adjusting things as I go. He needs to be darker down there because that's all in shadow. But I'm going to put this warm colour there too because the sun would be, the light would be hitting his back. Okay, I'm going to wet here, re-wet here. So, whoops, I had a bit of ink pigment on my brush, but it doesn't matter because that's the colour I'm going to be putting there anyway. And then go back into that while it's still damp. Around that inside edge, like that. And work around those few spots. Hello, Sir Jussel, how are you? All the way from the Philippines. Welcome, welcome. It's wonderful to have you here. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a lovely day. So I'm just adding this down his back. You guys are lovely. I love how friendly everyone is. It's really nice. Okay, so I'm adding this warm brown down his back. What's a red brown? All right, so I'm happy with that. I'm going to take it into his little leg now on this side. Into the shadow area on that leg. Then onto the back of this leg. And take it up onto his little bot. I'm using a really small brush. Right, I'm going to go on to this second bird, or first bird actually, he's the first bird. I'm going to add this warm colour around the outside. If I can get my colour again, get some more colour on my thing. The only way to be? Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree completely. All right, I'm just having a quick look. I always end up with one. I struggle with one, and if I do 2 animals or 3 animals, I always end up struggling with one of them. There's always one that's the problem child animal. And this one, the little left one, is already more difficult for some reason. I don't know why that happens, but one always works better than the other and takes a bit more fiddling. Got to leave little gaps. Just keep on watching while cooking. Oh, nice! Very good. What are you cooking? I like food. I'm not a very good cook, but I love food. I guess it's a version of the other eye problem. Yes, exactly. So true. It is. I always get a wonky eye. Steamed banana and eggs. Ooh. Oh, that sounds interesting. I've never had steamed banana. Wow, that actually sounds delicious. I think I've got that eye, actually, now that we're talking about eye problems, I think I've got the eye. Yeah, yeah, we're coming over to eat your food. Zargo and I will be there. I'll be there in 2 days because it's 24 hours. Actually, no, you're closer, I think. You're Philippines. So Philippines isn't that far from us. Yeah, we're coming to your house for lunch. Or breakfast or dinner or whatever time it is. What time is it? I don't even know. It's morning here. What time is it now? I'm going to have a look at my clock. Oh, it's only 9 o'clock in the morning. There you go. It's 9 o'clock in the morning here. I started a little bit early. I can't bring bananas though. I just made banana cake. Oh, yum. Well, I'm coming to your place as well then. I'll help you get rid of the banana cake. 7:13 a.m. Oh, well, there you go. We're on the same hemisphere then. There you go. We are very close in time. That's really cool. Usually everyone's like a day behind me. Okay, I'm going to go back to the eyes, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be a bit sneaky. I'm going to use my micron pen. I'm going to go with 003 just into the eye. I just want to touch a little bit. Just there. Then I've got to make that a bit thicker there. I love mixing my pen and watercolour. Cakes has very short lifespan in the house. Yes, yeah, they don't last long here either. My son-in-law is an amazing cake cook. He does all the cakes and baking and pastries, and my husband's the meat cook. My son-in-law's the beautiful pastry and baker. and I'm the artist. And if everyone had to depend on me for food, they'd be hungry a lot. I can make cups of coffee, but they all go cold on me. Alrighty, that looks better. I'm happier with that. And just define this beak a little bit. Pen helps a little bit. But if you put the pen in the wrong spot, you can't fix it. You've got to be a little bit careful. Same here too. We loved his banana cake also. Oh, yum. Yum. Okay, now I'm hungry. Again. Alright, so I'm actually, I'll do the wood. I'm going to do the wood. And I'm going to use, I say actually a lot. I'm going to use the same caput mortuum and take it down here onto the cracks, onto the wood, onto the bark. I'm not very good at tree stumps. I'm not good at tree stumps. So we'll see how this goes. It's just shapes. It's all just shapes. You got to not worry about it and just go, oh, you know what? It's just shapes. So that's what I tell myself. Don't panic. It is all just shapes. Just look for the shapes in the piece and you go from there. My friend was very proud of her son. He came home and told her the last bananas was cake ready. He's taking it to his upbringing. Oh. Yeah, my son-in-law is Canadian and he actually had a coffee shop, a cafe, and he had waffles, a waffle shop, and he sold waffles. So we're actually talking about getting a food van and doing it that way. Because I reckon that'd be tons of fun. Because he does, I've never eaten, he's introduced me to a whole ton of Canadian food that I had no idea ever existed. There's a world of food out there. So now I'm going to come around here, go under this, so actually there you can't see the claw. Oops. All right, so now I've done, doing not a lot, just basics. I'm going to make a purple up now. So I'm going to go a bit of blue. I'm going to see what that does actually, if I pop that into the caput mortuum, which is that beautiful red brown, it makes a nice shadow colour. So I'm going to use that for the shadow colour under these little owlies. Come around there like that. So that's caput mortuum with a bit of blue in it to make that purpley colour. I need Timbits. Oh, I don't even know what Timbits is. Is that like Tim Tams? Tim Tams are chocolate yumminess. When in Canada, I try to live off beef jerky and donuts. Oh, yum. Donuts. I haven't had donuts in years. He makes the best pancakes, I have to say too. He does awesome pancakes. My husband does the dinners and Nathan does the breakfasts. You know what I need to do? I need to do a wash over this, I think. I need to make a grey up as well. Timbits are little donut balls. Oh, they say it's the part where the hole is. Oh, okay. There you go. See? I didn't know that's what they were called. We just call them the O's. The O's out of the donut. We love donuts too. I think everyone loves donuts. Me definitely. But I haven't had them in years. I make pancakes on a regular basis. and pumpkin pie. I'm yet to try pumpkin pie. Nay's mum came for the wedding, and yeah, she makes a wicked pumpkin pie. Apparently, she's promised me a pumpkin pie because I've never tried it. So I'm excited to try it because I've heard great things about it. I've heard lots of great things about pumpkin pie. Interesting. Yes, me too. I'd never heard of it before, Artifacts. But it's very big in Canada. It's very popular. And yeah, I'm looking forward to tasting it. I am looking forward to tasting it. And waffles. I haven't tried waffles either. So I'm looking forward to trying all the things. It's fun. Like, cultures have such different food. Different cultures eat so differently. It's interesting. So I'm going to take this grey down over the, pretty much I'm going to grab a bigger brush and take this grey over this whole log. Right down. I'll leave the light on that left hand side. I have to say maybe key lime pie. Ooh, is a hard contender too though. Oh, I'm learning all the things. I've never even heard of that either. Never heard of lime pie. Be yummy though, because I love lime. So I've just done a bit of wet in wet. I'm dropping some of that brown just around that back side of this stump. And I'll let that just do its own thing. Do what watercolour does. Not be worried about it. Just let it be. And that will make the front of the log lighter and the back of the log darker. What goes in an egg pie other than eggs? Oh, bacon. Bacon. You've got to put bacon in an egg pie. You've got to have bacon and eggs. And then it turns it into a quiche. But it's yummy. Must have bacon. Bacon goes with everything. Okay, mixing up another purple. This time I'm going indigo and a bit of red. Make it a bit darker, hopefully, in theory, we'll see. And just pop that just up here. Cut around the shape of where the claw's going to be, like that. You can take part on Watercolour Month. I can't find the prompts. Oh, Ariane, hello. I'm just doing my own. I'm not even doing prompts. I'm just doing watercolours. I'm just going to do 3 videos a week and doing whatever I feel like doing. I didn't even know there was a prompts list. Bad me. So yeah, I'm just doing fun things that I feel like painting on the day. So how are you anyway? How are you going? How's your day? I'm going to come down this back part. I don't think there are prompts. I have no idea. This is the first one I've done. This is the first Watercolour Month I decided to do. I've done Inktober, but I've not done a Watercolour Month. I think it's just do what you feel like doing. I say go rogue. Go rogue. All right. Then let's come right under here. It's got a tiny little bit of that purpley colour there. But darker down the right side. I'm going to leave that alone, I think. I'm going to leave that alone now. Just get my wet brush, clean it, and take that around there. Whew. Okay, go back to my little brush. Have a look at my birds again on the big screen. I'm going to have to add a little bit yellow ochre. Where's my yellow ochre? I reckon they need a little bit of yellow ochre on the top of their beaks. Got to be a bit careful. Touch of yellow ochre on there, on the top. There's a little gap around the edge there. I might even go in with a stronger, go in another layer of that orange. Just to strengthen that up on the bottom of the beak. Strengthen that there. You can see it fades back quite a lot to a lighter colour. And pop another little bit in here. Around the top of his eye. Like that. Alright. There is, as in there is prompts. I need to Google. I didn't even Google. Don't know if I can share the link. I don't know, Dale. I wouldn't have a clue here. I've never tried to share anything. Hello! But it's after midnight. I like your painting. Thank you, Ariane. Yes, you need to go to bed. You need to go to bed. I don't want to keep everyone up too late. But it's lovely to see you, Dale. It's lovely to see you here. So I'm going to go back into my transparent sienna again, which I used in the base. And I'm going to pop that over the top. It's almost pure pigment. And bring that down the back. Got to be a bit careful I don't overdo this. It's a very strong colour. I mean, it does fade back, but it's still a very strong colour. All right, let's have a look. Might add a little bit just to the back of his head there. Just up there. All right, and he's got a little bit on this bottom side of his leggy, just down here, on his little butt, on his little butt. Alrighty, have another quick look. Now I'm looking at this little guy down here. He's darker under here. I'm going to make a purpley colour. I'm going to mix up a purple for the shadow areas. I'm going to go indigo. I need to mix up quite a bit of it though, because otherwise I'm going to run out, and I never mix the same purple twice because I'm bad at doing that. I can do I can do browns. I can mix the same colour twice in brown, but my purples, for whatever reason, they always turn out a tiny little bit different. Okay, so I've made a purple here. Almost done, I guess. Oh, cool. Yeah, we're getting there. Getting there. So add this dark colour down here. Purple's a great shadow colour. It's one of my, I use purple a lot as a shadow colour. I'll leave little snippets of lighter colours through. And again, it'll fade. It'll dry back to a slightly lighter tone. Because that is all in shade by this bird above him, standing up. I loved it more. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's lovely to say. Thank you. All right. Got it. And I'm going to drag it back. So I'll wet my brush. And sort of blend that back into the other side of the bird a little bit. I don't want it to be just a hard flat line. There we go, sort of. Okay, and same on this guy underneath, just under here. I'll leave a little tiny gap. Under there. Righto. I've got to do the feet details yet. And I'm going to take this same purple. Oops. I do have to mix a little bit more though. I've added too much water to it. I need a stronger mix. So it's just exactly the same colour, just less water. So it's a thicker consistency. So I use less water and take this purple shadow colour down under the wing on this guy. Got to try and make the shadows on these wings stand out. So take that down there like that. Whoops, I've gone a bit wiggly wobbly. Doesn't matter, not the end of the world. Bye for now. It's time for breakfast. Enjoy your breakfast, artifacts, and thank you so much for coming along. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy your breakfast. We'll be over shortly to share it with you. Enjoy, doll, enjoy, and thank you so much again. Alright, so I'm just darkening up anywhere that's going to be the darkest, like that. And see, starting to get a little bit of three-dimensional look happening to him. Starting to get there. So I'm just going to darken up the tops where the shadows go underneath the top feather on the tail. Like that. That just helps him to pop. I'm really happy how that's happening. Sometimes, sometimes you think things will work and sometimes they don't. They do, sometimes they don't. And I'm happy to say this is working. There are moments where it doesn't. And you go, oh well, let's do that again, shall we? But it's working today, so I'm a happy camper. Okay. Having a quick look. I'm going to use this colour on the toes. I'm going to add detail on the foot. I've blocked the colour in pretty much. So I'm just going to do almost draw in with this fine brush, draw in the feet. It's working great. Yeah, it is cool. The purples, it's getting there. You know, even after all these years, I still have moments of, uh-oh, it's not going to work. And I do have lots of mistakes. But you learn from them most of the time. I try to learn from them. Okay, so now I'm going to add, what am I going to add for the feet? I might go a little bit, I reckon I'm going to go, what's that one? A little bit of umber. Oh, actually, I might go a bit of raw umber. Bit of raw umber on the feet, I think. Bit of raw umber. I don't want to make a grey, too grey. But this is a greeny grey, but that's okay. So I'm just making up a grey for the little feet, the underside of his little feet. And that leg. And under there. I'm not going to fill them in completely. Art is nothing but correcting mistakes. This is so true. That is so true, Zargo. It is a massive corrections, isn't it? That is so true. I've never thought of it like that, Zargo. I never thought of it like that, but that is incredibly true. It is a massive corrections. I like it. I like it. And now I'm going to go a little bit of mahogany. That's another beautiful warm brown that I've got. It's a reddy brown. So get some on my palette. This is a gorgeous colour. And it's in the Schminkies. And I'm going to take that just around that front part of his little face. I just said my dog's snoring now. I'm going to cut around some of these little feathers. Very impressed from the eyes. Oh, thank you. Yeah, the eyes are fun. I love doing eyes. I love drawing and painting eyes. They're one of my favourite things to do. And the trick is with eyes is just to get the different colours. Like to add, they're never just one flat colour. Eyes are fun. And all animals have different eyes. So over the grey, I'm adding this warm brown now, because that purpley grey was too cool. But I'll add a bit of the warmer brown over the top. Oh, what the hell? That was the wrong doodah. Stuck that in the wrong colour, didn't I? Go me. All right, well, that's fine. I have binge watchers on American Guy Who Restores Paintings. Oh my gosh, aren't they fantastic? They are fantastic how those people do that. I watch there's a show, I can't remember what the show's called, but yes, I love watching that, how they restore the paintings. It's amazing. And how they colour match when they're doing repairs and stuff. It's like, oh my goodness, they're so clever. It's so painstaking and time consuming. It's gorgeous. All right. And the thing about watercolour is I've got to trust it and let it be, because it's meant to be, oops, impressionist. It's not, you know, people can do fine. I'd love to be able to do photorealism in watercolour. I don't think it's possible, but I'd love to try. The closest I can get to realism is in digital art. It's as close as I can get. Sitting there for a week with a scalpel just scraping off old. Oh, you know what? I'd hypnotise myself. I'd be hypnotised, because I zone out, and especially, that's why I love doing patterns like zebras and stuff, because I zone out and I absolutely disappear into it. I love repetition. I do love repetition and detail. But yeah, I could quite happily sit there with a scalpel scraping because I'm a little bit OCD like that. I think I could do that quite happily. Going to darken up the tops of these tail feathers. Add a little bit of stronger dark just there. Bear, what you doing, puppy? You want to go out? There you go. What you doing, Bear? He's pulling faces at me. Sausage. You alright, Bear? There must be a storm around. He's looking worried. He's just sitting at my door now. Okay, baby. You want to come up and say hello? Okay, come up and say hello to everybody. Ooh, there we go. Hey, Bear. Okay, Bear. That's my Jack Russell Bear. He's going to sit on my lap while I paint. Okay, so I pop the toenails. Now he's wiggling everywhere. He's a cute little muffin. I'm going to go in. Just going to have a quick look. Yeah. Sargo says hi, Bear Bear. He's all snuggled up on my lap now. Oops. I'm going to check that. That's all pretty dry. I'm going to go over the background again. I'm just going to grab some clean water. I've got a pot of clean water over here. And I'm going to get that same green. Got to clean that brush completely. Make sure there's nothing in it. And I'm going to... Now he's resting his nose, like right there. Can you see it? There's Bear's nose. Look at him. He's helping me with my painting. You don't need to have your nose there, Bear Bear. How cute's that? Look at his little nose. Isn't that cute? Put his whole face up. No, there we go. Hey, Bear Bear. Off you pop. Sorry, little buddy. So, I'm going to clean my brush. That was cute. He's a cutie muffin. He's very cute. He's a very cute little Bear Bear. Okay. Now back to me paint. Get me green. So, sap green. And I'm going to do another layer around the outside of the birds because that's all dry. But what I'm going to do, clean my brush and wet around them. I'm going to cut in and around carefully. It's dripped, but it's alright because he's dry. I'm not going to do the whole background. I'm just going to do closest to the birds and the branch and the stem. He is Mama's boy. He's my baby. He's my baby Bear Bear. And he's everywhere I am. He's my little shadow. He's everywhere I am. He's my little best friend. He's a bit worried today because we've got some weather happening. So I think he doesn't like storms particularly. Okay, so that's still damp. If I look sideways, I can see the sheen on the paper. So make sure that's all wet, and then I'm going to drop my green in and let my green do its thing. So just blob that on. Take it around the edges. And drop that in like that. Got a bit too much water in there, but it doesn't matter. I love how watercolour does that. So I've got to pick up that bead off the edge. I don't want too much water around the edge. One night it sounded like wild horses. Oh wow. Yeah. That's, yeah, we had heavy rain, but the dogs really don't cope with the storms. But yeah, that sort of sound, Pippi, my little one, I have to cuddle. I have to hold her. I get nervous. Yeah, me too. Me too. All right. My rhubarbs look like they'd been a drive-by shooting. Oh, Zargo, you're funny. What a great... I can just picture that too. I can just picture that. I've just got to wet my brush, clean the end, take out the excess moisture and soften this edge. I can so see that. I can see that in my mind. That's hilarious. Alrighty. I think we're good. I think that looks a bit better. Just needed a little bit of strength around them for a little bit of contrast, but I reckon they look pretty cool. What do you reckon, guys? I reckon I'm quite happy with those. I might add, I have a little bit of gouache here, just white gouache, just to help bring back some of the white that I've managed to lose, because I've just got to get it to re-wet, because it sat in this palette for about 3 years. So I've got my white gouache, and I'm just going to plop some, I need it to be a bit thicker, there we go, that's better. Okay, so I'm going to add a little dot of white gouache onto his eye there, a little dot dot of white gouache there. A little touch on the top of the beak. Probably a little bit too much there. I'm going to clean my brush and actually lift a little bit of that off. Just a little bit of that. And then the little finishing touches. He's got little flecks of white through his head feathers. I'll just add a couple in. What you grumbling about, Bubba? So a few little flecks back in. Looks really good. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, Shane. How you going, doll? How are you on this lovely day? And that dries back to almost unnoticeable. Very close to unnoticeable. Okay, I reckon we are just about where I need to be. I think if I keep fiddling now, I'm going to mess it up. I'm quite happy with it, I think. I mean, it's quite simple. Not a lot of fuss. I reckon we're just about done. Can't stay for long. No, that's okay. As it's 0.45. Yes, it's 9:45 here. But I'm just about done anyway, mate. So thank you for popping in, though. And I hope you had a good day. How was your day? I was going to tidy up this around this eye a little bit. Tiny little bit. Like that. And I need to add the teeniest little bit of bright white back. So clean my brush. You've got to be a bit careful when you use gouache. You don't, you've got to get it all out of your brush. There we go. Strengthen that bright white on top. Righto, I'm going to call that done. Except I've missed a bit here. It was long, got to work at 8:20 and left at 10:40. Oh my goodness, that's a huge day, mate. That is a huge, huge day. I'm going to add this brown down here. I've got to add some feather textures. He's missing feather texture there. Just a little bit. Doesn't have to be fussy, just enough to suggest feather texture. Grab a bit of that as well. So it's just a little touch up so I could see a bare patch that I hadn't touched. And now Daisy's in here as well. I've got all the puppies. Supposed to have a day off tomorrow, but I'm in at 4. Oh no! Do you get any weekend off? I'm going to fill in the blank spaces that I have, just the odd blank space. But I reckon they're done. They're done. I'm going to sign them. That bit's dry. I'm going to sign it down there. And I'm going to call that done. Like that. Just Saturday. Oh, thank God. At least you get one day, mate. At least you get one day. You got to make sure you rest, doll. I know you can't. You got to take work when you can get it, but you've also got to take care of yourself. Got to go. You have a great weekend too, Zargo. Thanks for popping in. It was awesome to see you again, doll. I'll be back on Monday. I'll be back on YouTube Monday doing another live stream. Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays Australian time. So that's Sunday, Tuesday and Thursdays in Europe. I will be live from now on. So thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out. Thank you, Ariane. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I'm just going to go back. I've just got to scroll through names because I'm terrible at names. And thank you, Artifacts, and everybody for being here. You guys and girls are a world of awesomeness. And yeah, I'll be back next week after the weekend. So have a great weekend, guys. Love you all. And yeah, I'll see you then. See you guys.